190 pounds of action about to happen in front of us.
Staring each other down right now. I'm hoping for like some real spirited undercard bouts here. It's gonna be fun.
Definitely, I love some kickboxing fights where, you know, you don't have to worry about the takedown. It changes the dynamic of the stand-up, the exchanges. You don't have to worry about a guy shooting for your legs. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm getting ready to go
You see
here.
a little more dynamic actions out of these guys, stuff that you don't have to be concerned with takedowns for. So I'm really excited. This is the closest I've been to the Glory ring. I've been to Glories before, but this is the closest I've been to the ring, and I hope I don't get any sweat or anybody's.
70 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 140 pounds, 63.5 kilos. Fighting out of Cambodia by way of Long Beach, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Cambodia, Savankesa Som.
Savankesa Som, the Prince of
His
Cambodia.
opposite the ring and fighting out of the white corner, making his third Glory appearance, a WKA North American champion. His record stands at 9 wins and 8 losses, 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, 1.75 meters, he weighed in at an even 145 pounds, 65.8 kilos. Fighting out of Nicaragua by way of San Jose, California. Ladies and gentlemen, Jose El Matador Palacios.
Jose
The
Palacios.
referee in charge of this bout is Dan Stell.
I saw Palacios a little earlier today. He said that he was much more prepared for this fight than his last one, and he's ready to get in there and mix it up. So let's see what he's bringing to the ring this time.
We are round 1, starting off our night here. 200, like you said, 290 pounds of fighters taking each other on.
I like Palacios. He's coming forward. He's pressing. He's got a nice jab. Let's see what he's going to put behind it.
Have you trained with Palacios before?
I have not. Nice T kick from Som. Just knocked him off balance. Palacios looks to be the bigger guy in there already.
Yep, definitely being the aggressor too. But there, yes, like you said, there is a noticeable size difference, especially in the legs and the torso.
A little bit.
I think he might have got clipped with that left hook by Som.
Yeah, Palacios definitely pushing the pace. He's threw a lot of those heavy leg kicks early. But yeah, he did just get caught with one there.
Som's
Another
guy,
big, heavy kick.
he can't stay in front of Palacios when he starts pumping that jab. He's got to move.
Ooh.
Right there.
Got
Good
one
job
in
by
there.
Palacios.
Palacios doing a good job walking him down a little bit.
Now watch this action. Palacios starts in with that double jab, and Som just kind of stands right in front of him. Can't do that because you're going to give him the opportunity to find an opening for that right hand.
Do you know anything about Cambodian kickboxing, or is that a prominent sport in Cambodia, Eve?
Kickboxing is a pretty prominent sport in Cambodia. Of course, it's not as big as it is in Thailand. They have Muay Bolan in that area where it's like Muay Thai, but they fight without the gloves. It's just basically the wraps. Malapet, I've trained with Malapet, who's a former opponent of Palacios. I've trained a lot with him, and he was giving me some stories about, you know, growing up in that area and fighting in Cambodia and Indonesia. It's pretty cool to get some stories from him. Nice uppercut on the inside by Palacios.
Palacios doing a good job chopping away at this round.
There's also a bit of a SoCal versus NorCal because they're fighting out of Cambodia and Nicaragua. But as far as camps go, San Jose versus Long Beach.
Oh, beautiful uppercut by Som on the inside. Followed the jab. I think he's starting to find his range too. Palacios got to get back on that jab. Som is standing right in front of him as he pumps it, and he's got to find the openings that he creates behind it.
Ooh. Palacios looked to get the better of that one.
Yeah, Som kind of
Ooh,
he holds his ground and waits for Palacios to throw stuff.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of waiting. He's got to be first. And what I like, these guys are starting to pick the action up, and it's getting me a little more pumped up too.
Yeah, the great thing about these undercards, I think this is my 5th or so calling. These guys start the night off right. These are, there it is, and there's the end of the round. But they
with some fireworks.
they
Goes for
start
that big flying
they start
knee.
the round good.
Yeah, a good finish to the round for Sam. I don't know if it was enough to take the round back. He landed a few good shots inside the round, but Sam was backing up the whole time. Palacios was in control.
Yep.
Yeah, he was definitely the aggressor the entire round. Didn't land the biggest clean shots. I wouldn't say it was the most dominant round, but he was doing more work, landing good shots.
Palacios not even sitting in the corner right now. He's just kind of Captain Morganing it over there.
I like that.
He's
Let's
like,
take
I
a
don't need the full
look at
sit
that.
down. I'm just going to throw a leg up.
Yeah, he's trying to get that endorsement money.
Yeah.
He sees the opportunity.
Good, that
You
is
got to
about-
take advantage of it, right?
That's the entrepreneurial spirit, you know? He's just trying to make that money.
I'm all about that entrepreneurial spirit. All right, we're about to start round 2 here. Our first fight of the night at Glory 52. As we start round 2.
Touch gloves.
Now Palacios changes his stance. Let's see if he has a plan for this southpaw stance. Oh, there was the back kick.
Turning
Beautiful back kick.
And he's making Sam miss with some of these just slips and moving out of the way, but he's not countering. Take advantage of that miss, man.
Yeah,
Nice angle.
Palacios,
Big head kick.
he's extremely, experienced. He was the WKA North American Championship. He got a bronze medal at the Wushu World Games. He was the ISK Super Welterweight Champion. So being on this big stage is nothing. Maybe it's new to him being on this stage, but fighting is not new to him.
Yeah, definitely not. And he's showing that experience. He's controlling the ring right now. But I would like to see him take complete advantage of that experience. And he's got the size advantage right now. Just start putting a little more output on. Just look at that. Nice clean uppercut on the inside.
Kick to the body.
Yeah, it'd be good to
Straight jab
try
to
to
the
get a
body.
finish. You want to stand out in any organization, but especially here, you're trying to move up these ranks. You want to stand out.
Yeah, and you want to move up the card also. You want to be one of these guys fighting on the main card, fighting in the main event, and you do that by getting these spectacular finishes. Beautiful right hand on the inside.
And followed up by another right.
That
Now
rear right
Sam's
hand
going to be
caught him.
start to put the pressure. He's coming forward.
That might be the momentum shift he was looking for.
Yeah, and you can see visible damage on the legs of Palacios.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah,
And maybe that's the reason for the change in stance.
yeah, that definitely could. His legs are very, very red.
Sam, I don't know if Sam recognizes it. Palacios is not checking those kicks, so Sam should be ripping them out.
Yeah,
Nice right hand again,
Right
and then
Sam.
follow with the leg kick. Good job.
yeah, he's got those skinny legs, and you look. Skinny legs hurt when they kick you.
All legs hurt when they kick you.
Oh,
But the skinny ones do cut a little more.
true that.
Dig deeper into the line.
True that, Thug Jitsu Master Eve Edwards. Thank you for clarifying that they
Good
all
uppercut
hurt.
from Palacios there. Kind of a winded.
I'm
leg
liking
kick
the
there.
Sam's doing a good job this round. At least he might be winning on some judges' scorecards right now. You want to have a
I would
chance
say
to at
for
least win that third
significant
round.
strikes this round, I would give to Sam.
Sam's like Sam looks
Another
like he could
stiff
be a
jab from Sam.
Sam looks like he could be a great bad guy boyfriend on a nice Cambodian soap opera.
It's so specific. I love it.
I'm looking at him like he has that look.
He has that look.
He has that look of a bad guy boyfriend in a Cambodian soap opera.
His big knee.
Eve hanging out in Hollywood so much these days.
I'm starting to
He's just
typecast people.
Yeah, he's just typecasting people right off the bat. I like it.
If any casting directors watching, and I can pick some people out.
I'm all
for you.
about the typecasting. Would you typecast me? Look at this this collar, a Mandarin collar.
Andrew has been very into his collar all
He's
day.
really been loving this Mandarin collar.
You guys see that? Seamless.
It's a collar, but it's not a collar. See that? No, look at that.
like a collar.
It's not a collar.
It's a button down that you can't even wear a tie on.
Yeah, it's
Or like you'd wear one of those like
highly functional.
Texas ties. You
Yeah,
know, it's
bolo
like
tie.
a
Oh
necklace.
yeah, like a bolo.
But
yeah.
it would there's still no flap to cover the string there.
Tuck it in.
Tuck it in and have it come out underneath the,
Okay.
the top button.
Yep.
You're getting into some Steven Seagal fashion.
So
That's never
ideally,
good.
back to this. Back to the fight. Back to the fight here. On Devil's Advocate, we have what? Tied 1-1?
I would say it's 1-1 right now.
Yeah.
On my scorecard, definitely is. Nice right, left hand. I didn't recognize that Palacios has switched to the southpaw stance. And he's staying there a lot longer. That's telling me that leg's hurt a little.
Yeah, there's a couple, like, lines on his leg. Those are the ones that hurt. Like, the ones that look like the shin dug right
the
in.
damage, right?
No,
Nice
Palacios
return.
opening
blocked.
up. I mean, Sam is opening up a lot more now.
He has
Yeah.
to, man. He's a smaller man, and you would assume that would give him somewhat of a speed advantage. He looks like he has a speed advantage, but
Yeah.
he hasn't been taking advantage
Nice
of it.
uppercut on the inside. And
Good
Oh.
combination.
Big left from Sam.
best combo of the fight right there. Right after he takes an uppercut, just methodically bangs away at those kicks.
Yeah, he is walking through a lot of these shots. And he's the one that hurt Palacios earlier. I believe that right hand really hurt him in the first. He didn't know, Sam didn't recognize it and follow up.
Ooh. Sam goes in for another one of those head
Flying
kicks and then a big
knees.
flying knee. Spinning back fist from Palacios. Kinda lands.
Like, Sam's got to get back to the middle of the ring, and he's got to control it. He shown the ability to back Palacios up
Bit
with
stiff left
volume.
from Palacios.
Yeah, he looked really good on to start this round.
Yes.
Those couple early combos.
Oh, beautiful left hand by
know,
Palacios.
But the good thing is, the way they score these fights, this is the last thing the judge is going to see. So end the round good. Try to steal that round.
Man, I believe that he can really start digging into those leg kicks. At this point, he knows that he can land them, so he should be chopping a lot harder.
Yep.
Every combination, every single combination, he should be finishing with a hard, deep leg
Ooh.
kick.
That's a good shot. When the hair moves too.
There, beautiful. And again,
Now the leg kicks are really working.
fire it now. He's winning this
Sam's
round
pushing
just
the
on
pace
aggression
now.
and volume.
Oh,
Beautiful
two-
right hand.
Nice
Knee,
1-2 combo
good
there.
job.
A big
Oh,
head kick. Uh-oh.
He is finishing so strong. He ain't messing around.
No, it's fun watching. It's almost like you could hold a joystick with this guy.
What would you do with the joystick?
I would just start blasting leg kicks. That body shot, fire the leg kick. Head kick, leg kick. Right hand, leg kick. He's got 10 seconds. Let's go.
here.
Pour it on, Sam. Palacios is controlling the range, but Sam is the volume. Fire.
Caught that
Good
last
fight.
kick.
Good
Gotta
fight.
run
Great
that
fight
round.
to open up the night.
Good fight. Back to that Mandarin collar. No, I'm kidding. Now that they're done with that, we can get back to this whole
Fashion.
Mandarin collar situation. No,
The
that
glory
was a
fashion.
great fight. That was 3 rounds of fighting. I probably leaned towards Sam. He really drove towards the end.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say 2 and 3 go to Sam. Round 1 was a feeling out process, and the bigger guy was able to control that in Palacios.
Nice crowd. If we have the next fighters already coming out.
Trying to run a tight ship here.
We run a tight ship here at Glory Kickboxing.
Yeah, people came here to see fights. We're going to give them fights back to back to back.
Not a lot of nonsense and business between just
As soon as these
one to
guys,
the next.
as soon as these guys step out of the ring, we got more fights coming up.
As we await the official decision on Palacios and Sam. Following this fight will be Morgan and Trias.
And I'm
Excited
looking
to see
forward to
that
this
one.
fight.
Yeah, so we got Palacios Sam. We're going to try to see who won a decision here and get themselves a nice win at Glory Kickboxing.
Who do you take in this fight? Truesdale, Sam,
What
or
we-
Palacios?
I think Sam came back with those last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think he looked strong in the second 2
I
He
rounds.
should
think-
make his
think he
nickname
kinda edged
come and
out
get Sam. You know, Southern Queso, come and get some.
You got to be his marketing guy. You got to get on that.
No, I'm busy, but I'd love to just give it to him.
I got a job.
Love to just hand it off to him. This is all you.
This is free.
This is a freebie.
This is some free gold. Here you go.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I thought that middle round he just edged it out, but that third round I think was pretty decisive.
Yeah, he took over.
We'll see though.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
They gave him the second round. The second round was close.
Second round was the round that won that fight.
Yep.
Hey,
So
you can't leave it to the judges, man.
just ends up not being quite enough for Sam in that third round, although that was, quite the effort there, especially
I do
in the
believe
third
he had
round.
the higher output, the higher volume,
Yep.
landed the more clean shots.
More landed, and it looked like for a while he was one trying to finish the fight.
Yeah, and dictate the pace
Yeah.
also.
I think that's something worth, judging. Our next fight right here, Natalie Morgan taking Jerica Trias. Good fight. Love me a good girl fight. I don't see enough of these. We had a couple back at Madison Square Garden, but I love girl fights.
Yeah, I love girl fights, especially in Muay Thai. We get to see a different style of striking.
Yep. All right, as we wait for them two to enter the ring. So, I see Joe Schilling enter the ring. You train with Joe Schilling, correct?
I train with Joe. We get a lot of work together. Morgan, I see her in the gym all the time. She's always on the bag. She's always working with Coach Mark, and she looks good in there. I haven't gotten an opportunity to watch her spar.
Yep.
But we jumped straight out of the frying pan right into the fire.
One of those wins coming by way of knockout. She too stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, 1.68 meters, and weighed in at 123.5 pounds and even 56 kilos. Fighting out of the USA, ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Killface.
That's right. Her nickname is Killface.
The judge in this bout is Marcos
It didn't get much better
Rosales.
than that.
Marcos Rosales.
And for our second fight in a row, we got another hometown favorite in our near corner here.
A professional boxer. Let's see how she puts these hands together.
All right.
She's got that boxing footwork. She's moving. She's giving her angles. And you don't see a lot of side kicks in kickboxing fights.
Yeah,
heel kicks too.
I got a chance
Coming
to
out
speak with
swinging
Joe
with that
Schilling the other
turning heel
night.
kick.
I got a chance to speak with Joe Schilling. Oh, she got cracked. They said it's a very similar style to Raymond Daniels, side fighting karate fighter, which is hard to find training opponents, I think, especially as a female.
Especially as a female, to find opponents to train for for an opponent like that. Beautiful back kick. Morgan's got to get behind her jab. That establishes everything. Beautiful.
Trias is swinging.
Sometimes I look at these tie-ups and I'm like, hit the trip. Ooh, like that. Oh.
That was
low.
that was a spinning kick that didn't land, but you know. Do you find throwing these big strikes, do you think it would take some wind out of the karate fighter here, or she could do it all day?
You know, I believe it takes wind out of somebody who's not practiced it as much as someone who's a karate fighter or a taekwondo fighter. But, you know, it's a big motion. You're using the biggest muscle groups. And to recover from a miss like that, you've got to bring your whole body back to zero. And that's where the energy, the effort really comes in.
It's also a big window of vulnerability, more than your average strike.
But the payoff could be great.
Yeah. Or you can end up on the mat, like what just happened.
I like the pressure from Morgan.
Yeah, that's going to add up. I mean, it's only a 3-round fight, but it takes a lot of energy out of you to fight going backwards.
Yeah, she's got to be careful keeping those hands up with this karate stuff. It's strikes coming from all different angles.
Yeah, and she's gotten hit with a few clean shots.
Yeah. She's doing the right thing. I've trained with a lot of karate people. When they go to throw that stuff, get in on them. Do not back up, because that's where they're most dangerous.
Yeah.
And here you see the difference again with MMA that you were talking about, Eve, because you don't have to worry about the shoots or anything, but also you don't have to worry about throwing a big kick and ending up on the ground and it not really costing you immediately.
Beautiful head kick by Morgan, but she ate a 3-piece combo just before that. She's got to cut the ring off. She's following her opponent around too much.
Yep. Take those hard steps.
Ooh.
But I'm liking what we're seeing here. She's pressing forward.
Yeah, you got to press forward, but you've got to cut the ring off. If you're not cutting the ring off, you're going to be walking forward the whole time, and you're not going to hit anything. You know, when your opponent's not there, if you're giving them a way out and they can find it, you know, you're following them all night. That gets exhausting also. Mentally exhausting, especially when you want to fight and you got nothing to hit.
Yeah, you definitely want to hit something and not hit something. It feels better, and for some reason the energy when you don't hit something, it's like, oh,
yeah,
it falls out of you.
And what that is you've got to recover. You get past that point of where you would hit something. If something's there, you can bring everything back very easily. But when you throw past it, then you've got to take all that extra effort to bring your body back to zero.
Your body is expecting a hit, and it's like, oh, reacts. It's like, oh, I got to come back.
It's like when you're walking up the stairs and you're carrying a big package and you can't see your feet, and you take a step and there's not a step there.
Oh, yeah, and you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I'll be laid up for days when that happens to me. It's a rough deal.
Doing all right, Truesdale?
I'm okay.
Nice body kick again with the side kick. On those breaks, Morgan's got to pump the punches. Right. Yeah. Right here, fire. Just start firing straight blast down the middle.
I do love her pressure, though. I think that is going to – but karate people do like to fight on their back foot, so it does play into both girls' games.
It does, and that's why she has to cut the ring off.
Yep. You
cut that ring off, and that takes away the space that the karate fighter needs.
Yeah, do not fight on that straight line.
Ooh.
Beautiful left hand by Trias.
Trias' movement is really helping her out. Just, you know, sort of sizing up her shots, I would say better than Morgan right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Beautiful left hand by Morgan. She's got to follow that up and keep that range, though. Don't get into these tie-ups when you land those shots.
Yeah. I like she landed a nice little Superman punch as well. Good sportsmanship by the ladies. She eats a shot on the way in. Pumping.
Trias is firing combos now.
Yep.
Morgan's closed the distance. She's not in that kicking range as much.
No. There's a bit of snap losing from her strikes, too.
Yeah, definitely. But when she closes that range, she's got to stay out of these tie-ups.
You can tell she's super tough. She's taking a lot of strikes. She's pushing forward. She doesn't look like bewildered at all in her eyes. She wants that victory, and you know she might be losing rounds, but hey,
misses
one of those lands.
Spinning back fist there from
if that spinning back fist would have landed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tide's turn. Here from the corner, about 10 seconds left, or short time. Or is just calling out a combo that is 10. Yeah, corner's calling out front kicks.
Now I really believe that's what she needs to be doing. Great job by Morgan. Now Trias is doing the right thing by closing that distance. Oh, she should have followed through with that kick.
Well, if you want to see how to beat a karate person, look back at some famous glory fights between Nikki Holtzkin and Raymond Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
He pressured him, hands up, kept filling the space up, and never let him get off on the karate.
And that's what you have to do. You have to kill that space for the karate fighter.
Yeah, he's one of the only people in glory that have really been able to figure out Raymond Daniels, which is, not an easy
It's an accomplishment.
task.
It's definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah. And shout out to Nikki Holtzkin. He got the fight in the Boxing Super Series. He stepped up on short notice to fight in the semifinals. Fought an undefeated boxer, fought 10 or 12 rounds, lost a decision, but was fairly competitive.
You know, when you start crossing over into these other aspects of fight game and you show that you're at that level in their style of the game, and then you bring that back to your style, you pick up a lot of experience doing that also.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if he implements that into his kickboxing that already exists, it's just going to make him a much better fighter.
What do you think in the corner right there? We see Joe Schilling. What's he telling her?
I don't think I could say what Joe is saying right now on air. Because
say-
Joe Schilling he's an intense kind of guy. But I believe what Joe wants is he wants to see more hands, and he wants her to cut the ring off. That's very important, because if you can't do that, you're just following your opponent around. And she's got 3 minutes to win this. I think she's probably down 2 rounds to none.
It's a finish needed here.
Yeah. And she can do that.
Trias tried to open the round with something big there and was cut off.
Hey, whatever Joe said, she's definitely upped her intensity here.
Yeah, she's
Ooh.
looking to land something big. She ate a nice right hand there. And she just walked right through it.
She had a couple there.
Oh. Push her away, yes.
Nice shot.
What I like off of a lot of those push-ups are a nice brutal kick. Oh, good takedown.
Yeah.
Too bad you don't get any points for that here.
Hey, and shout out to Trias still throwing spinning shots, taking risks when she might as well be ahead.
It also means she's got a lot in the tank. It's making me tired.
Well,
I know.
Now, what I would like to see out of Morgan is on these breaks that the referee's not involved in, is when she pushes away, firing the hard leg kick. Fire that hard leg kick. Get their opponent's hands down. It's kind of late to set it up now, but get your opponent's hands down, and one of those breaks, bring that kick up high. She's got about a minute and a half.
yeah, we're about the midpoint of this round here. You know, she's still pressing forward, but there's not a lot of pop on her shots. She needs to land a flying knee, something hard and dense to hit her.
Yeah, she needs to fire shots like that. Nice, solid right hand.
Knuckles.
Get her feet under her. And I believe that's what the problem is. She's following her opponent, following Trias around, and she doesn't have her feet under her. Her punches are mostly arm punches.
They are arm punches. I think that's an adjustment she can make in the future. Toughness she 100% has.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she could take a shot too. She's definitely being the aggressor this round.
Yeah, and I'm looking at especially this round. I'm able to notice her range is she's closing herself in too much. She's crowding herself, and she isn't in position to land some of these right hands that I see the opportunity for her to do. Yeah, it's a lot of arm punches right now. She's got to get her feet planted, move them properly.
As we see coming up on the end of the round, you hear the clicker right there. Throws a nice spinning back fist. Doesn't land, but maybe a little too late, but I like the aggressing here.
Good
Trias had a
left
nice
hand by
finish to
Trias
that
at the
round,
end.
yeah.
Trias looks like she's limping a little.
Hey, fantastic fight here. You know, starting these nights off, some bangers.
Yeah, some good fights to start the show. I really would like to see Morgan try to cut the cage off of the ring. I'm still involved in a cage. Try to cut the ring off. But Trias did a really good job in moving her feet and creating the distance she needed to throw those spinning kicks. She was still throwing spinning kicks in the third round.
That karate style is a tough riddle to figure out.
Yeah, it is. But the first problem that you need to solve is closing that distance. Problem number 2 is cutting off the ring, being able to isolate their space that they can move through so that you can
So you're saying when you figure out that distance, then you could start cutting off the ring. Once you have that distance down, or how to cover that distance, then you start cutting angles.
Yes, when you understand that distance and the range that they need to do the things that they want to do, especially when they have that spinning style, then you can isolate them. You put them in one spot so that they're looking for these spinning techniques, and then they have that way out, but that way out is taken away. So when that way out is taken away, they're going to execute less of these spinning techniques at the same time because they don't have the opportunity to get away as cleanly.
You see, this is why we have experts on the panel. We learn stuff.
Yeah,
get to learn.
Mike and I, we've been doing this for a long time, man.
Oh, this whole fight game. This whole fight game, been doing it for a long time.
Long time. People don't
So,
know, man.
We're gonna send it back to the ring in a second. See if we can find out who won this fight.
You know, I remember my first kickboxing fight. It was amateur, but man, after that fight, I couldn't get those gloves off fast enough. They are so much hotter than a mixed martial arts glove.
Oh yeah.
There's no ventilation, right? My hands felt like they were on
As
fire.
we look at the two girls here, Jerica did a good job just playing the karate game, and she was aggressive with it. She wasn't playing pitter-patter, stay on the distance karate. She was trying for finishes herself. She wanted a spectacular finish.
Yeah, what I believe Trias should do in the future is she's really got to establish herself and be able to dictate where the fight is happening. She was backing up the whole time, and that does take away a bit, especially from your spinning technique when they're kicking.
Here now are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. One scores the bout 30-27. The other 4 all see it 29-28. A unanimous decision for your winner, Jerica.
Good job. I would have loved to see Killface win that fight, but I think that's the right decision. Killface was the aggressor. She was coming forward, but she never had control or command of the ring.
Yeah, shout out to both girls, too. Beautiful shot right there by our camera operators. Getting that strong zoom. I like it.
That is one of the best feelings, though, to get your hand raised after the fight. You know all the work that you put in, it paid off. And on the other side, losing the decision, especially when you feel like you were the aggressor, I understand where Morgan's probably coming from. She looked a little disappointed in that decision, but she was the one coming forward, but she didn't land the shots that she needed to get the W. Had a good time. Had a good time with you, Squid.
It's good, and we're about to kick it over to for these next 2 fights with Todd Grissom and Joseph Altolini. Still here, live and exclusive on PlutoTV, also on Glory's YouTube and Facebook. But PlutoTV is providing the stream. We're providing the life for these undercard fighters, preliminary card fighters.
Yeah, I like the preliminary card versus the undercard.
We've moved up. It's an official change of there are now preliminary fights. In the past, we were undercard fights. We're no longer there anymore. We're move on up.
Like the Jeffersons. Can we say that? We said it.
I don't know. We'll find out. Find out what legal says.
Can I do the walk?
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's patented.
The walk?
Yeah. The George Jefferson moving on up walk.
Sherman Hemsley's no longer with us, so I think it's okay. There's your boy Eve.
I like both of these guys, actually.
There's your boys, Eve. Tell them to stop fighting. All right, LA versus South Bay. Or Orange County, really. Huntington Beach, not Hermosa Beach.
Huntington.
That's what he said.
Fair
Geography's
Huntington.
hard.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I still don't know the geography of Los Angeles as well as I would like to.
It's tough to know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not laid out like most cities.
I'll grab it. It can go. It can go, yeah. Thank you.
Really trying to use his punches. And I like to see Estruzula keep up with that low kick. Oh, perfectly timed again.
We're in a big arena here. You can hear those low kicks snap and echo throughout the halls. Nice forward pressure.
Estruzula doing a good job at changing levels. He's mixing in low kicks, body kicks. Even with his punches going head body.
Another good outside low kick. Still to come, it is Glory 52 Los Angeles. Super Fight Series beginning at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 Eastern. Main event, Pavel Zervalev and Myron Dennis.
When he is putting the pressure on now, that's what he needs to do. He seems to be successful when he's pressing.
Two guys making their professional debut. Nice uppercut.
Yeah, Bonilla's been throwing a lot of hooks, so now's a good time maybe to mix in those uppercuts like he just did.
Body shot.
Estruzula, you can see he's been training with Giga Chikadze, who's known for what he calls his Giga kick, which is a left kick to the body.
To the liver.
Liver kick, yeah.
Oh, nice exchange there. Bonilla doing well.
Yeah, Bonilla does well when he's pressuring. If he waits, this is where Estruzula lands his kicks.
So round 2 scheduled for 3. Arthur Estruzula in the white gloves, Chris Bonilla in the black. 2 men making their professional debuts tonight. Round 1, pretty entertaining stuff. Both men had their moments, just like on that exchange, and down goes Estruzula, considered a slip, not a knockdown.
And Bonilla does well when he's pressuring just like that. He's got to keep coming forward with his boxing. Estruzula's got to keep throwing those low kicks, tack the body just like that. But he can't wait too long.
It seems like Bonilla better with the hands, Estruzula better with the kicks.
Absolutely. Very impressive. Both guys are really calm and relaxed, mixing up levels with their strikes. Impressive debut.
You think this is going to look similar to what we're going to see between Zachary Zugari and Bailey Sugden?
Well, that fight's got dynamite all over. Both kids are explosive, good combination fighters. But both of those young featherweights got a lot of power.
Bonilla, again, getting the better of it when they throw hands. Arthur Estruzula fighting out of Huntington Beach, California. Benil Dariush, Giga Chikadze in his corner. Describes his style as intelligent and violent.
He's got an impressive 10-3 record in MMA.
Wanted to give a go at kickboxing. Boy, that was a clubbing right hand from Bonilla. Both men, Estruzula, originally from Brazil. As for Bonilla, he has a 4-0 amateur record in both kickboxing and in MMA. Right hand connects there for Estruzula.
Good body work as well. Bonilla's countering up top with his hooks. You can see the redness on Bonilla's leg adding up. This is where Estruzula needs to mix in his punches and low kicks.
And a flying knee and a good one from Estruzula. And he nails it with a jab. And Bonilla seems to be running out of ideas right now, Joe.
Yeah, he's thrown that uppercut a few times, but he just got rocked there, it looked like.
Estruzula now with Bonilla rather with his mouth agape.
Yeah, those low kicks are hurting. I just liked how Estruzula switched stances momentarily, threw his straight left, now back as an orthodox to throw the low kick. Very relaxed, Estruzula.
Ooh, and a big clubbing right hand. Took about 3 seconds for Bonilla to throw it, but it did connect.
That's what he needs to do. If he's going to shut down Estruzula's kicks, he's going to be countering with his punches.
Bonilla, though, looks completely exhausted. Estruzula does too. You got another round to go, man.
You got one more round.
He's over here looking at us. I don't think he knew he has 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that hook must have rocked him more than we all thought.
He was over here smiling with us.
Yeah, this is some good action from Estruzula. This is when he came in with some flying knees, good work to the body, and a nice right hand there in those exchanges. Rafael Cordero, Giga Chikadze. Gives him good instructions. In Bonilla's corner, kickboxing veteran coach, Anthony Hardon.
Mouthpiece, come here. Touch him up. Touch him up, touch him up.
Obviously a big opportunity tonight for both these guys to turn heads. Our matchmakers take notice. Next thing you know, they could be on the next big glory card.
Absolutely. We've seen that with a lot of good fighters, and including Kevin Van Ostrand, started on the undercard. Now he's fighting for the featherweight world title.
You can see that later tonight, Glory 52, airing live in America on ESPN3. That'll start at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and that is a knockdown, indeed. So Bonilla goes down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. Let's go, fight.
Let's see if Estruzula is a closer. He'd love to win his first pro fight with a knockout.
I like how he went to the leg, though. He knew he hurt Bonilla up top, but he still stayed relaxed. Went back to the legs, which he's doing the most damage with.
Well, he winds up and throws that low kick, doesn't he? Again.
And Bonilla's blocking, but
Connects it with a right. This is good stuff here in Long Beach.
yeah, Estruzula trying to kick right through that block. Bonilla's counter hooks are doing really well. It seems to be the shot that's going to land for him and maybe get him that knockout he needs.
Forget combinations. He's not throwing them anymore. It's a one-punch wonder. That's what Bonilla has boiled this down to.
Yeah, you've seen him wind up for hooks, wind up for uppercuts. But keeping his chin a little too high.
And the left leg of Bonilla is a mess. Referee getting close there.
Ooh, that was a bad check. That definitely hurt Bonilla's shin.
A minute to go. Signs of life here from Bonilla, who suffered a knockdown earlier here in round 3.
Yeah, nice uppercut. Trying to follow with his left hook.
Oh, and a big knee, and that hurt Bonilla, and that may be stoppage time for our referee. Dan Stell steps in, and it is over.
Very impressive debut for Estruzula. Stayed very calm, stayed very relaxed, and was able to use his low kicks really nicely to set up good punches.
Arthur Estruzula fighting out of Huntington Beach, California. What is he doing? Well, when you win, you get to celebrate however you want. There's the knee, Joe.
Yeah, that was a good setup there. You saw the referee step in, but those kicks to the body, the kicks to the leg, really helped set up those knees in the boxing of Estruzula. A lot of good stuff happens from a good low kick.
It takes its time to show, but he put the work in the early rounds, and by the third, Bonilla's left leg was a complete wreck, and Estruzula closed the show with a knee. I'd like to see him fight again.
Absolutely, very entertaining. He's got some spectacular offense. We saw those flying knees. We saw good pressure. We saw him take a shot, so we know he's got a good chin. So, still onwards and upwards for Estruzula.
28 years old, still a lot of miles on those tires, you would think. As he gives a big embrace to Giga Chikadze, the former glory welterweight, or lightweight, featherweight.
Yeah.
He's a guy that would
He's
be
a big guy, though.
He'd be 190 a month before the fight.
Yeah, he definitely cuts a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 20 seconds into that third and final round, and ends by technical knockout. For your winner, Arthur Estruzula.
That's good.
Arthur Estruzula, 5'11", 28 years old, and now 1-0 as a kickboxing professional. One more undercard fight coming your way here on PlutoTV, YouTube, or Facebook, depending on where you're watching it. And here come the boys to celebrate. Here's our final prelim of the night. Alex Hickley versus Germaine Soto.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final preliminary bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He's coming off a unanimous decision win on the undercard at Glory 37 LA. His professional record, 7 wins with 4 losses. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in with an official weight of 152.5 pounds, 69.3 kilos. Fighting out of the USA, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Germaine Soto. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a young kickboxing prospect who brings a perfect professional record of 2 wins and no losses. He is 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.70 meters, and weighed in at fight time at an even 154 pounds, 69.9 kilos. He fights tonight out of San Diego, California. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex the Reaper Hickley. And the third man inside the glory ropes, your referee, Big John McCarthy.
So here we go. Alex Hickley fighting in the white gloves, taking on Germaine Soto in the black. Scheduled for 3 rounds, and right away, it's Hickley pressing the tempo, and he sends Soto on his backside. That's a slip.
Yeah, Hickley was asked about his fighting style. He says he likes to attack the lead leg, which we've seen already multiple times, and he likes to change stances, change angles often. And he says one of his favorite things are his power and his cardio are his key weapons.
Alex Hickley fighting out of Hickley Fit Martial Arts, his own gym. So he has no one to blame but himself, Joe, if he doesn't win.
And Germaine Soto has been kickboxing for a while. I believe he has a traditional martial arts background as well. And he does have a win at Glory 37 LA undercard, so it's not his first time with Glory.
He does have a 4-inch height advantage over Hickley, which is pretty obvious as you look at this fight.
Yeah, Hickley wants to get inside, box a little bit. Soto staying relaxed, makes a nice front kick.
And then a big right hand. Where he wants to be, standing at distance away from Soto.
Well, you can see Soto's traditional martial arts background. He's throwing front kicks, spin kicks, really favoring his kicks over the boxing.
That was blocked, but it hit the inside of the forearm. That certainly didn't feel good.
And I just like how Soto's staying relaxed. He's not getting over aggressive. He's not trying to match the pace. Just wants to keep his distance, let his kicks go.
Hickley, raised in San Diego, said he started in martial arts when he was 7 years old. Parents kind of steered him into that direction. Opened his own gym. Boasts a 2-0 professional kickboxing record. This fight at welterweight, you'd think just by his body shape, Hickley could probably drop a few and go down to lightweight.
Who knows, maybe he is, and he just had an opportunity at welterweight, so he took it.
I like the aggression, though, from Hickley, and may have won in the round.
Got to think, Glory's scoring is based on clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques, which are these high kicks, spin kicks, jump kicks, head kicks. So both guys trying to get as much scoring in that category as possible. Soto using his front kicks. Good distance control, but Hickley really invested in the low kick early on. With then that's when Soto wanted to throw some kicks of his own, keep his distance. We saw him throw a nice spinning back kick to the liver a few times.
Let's go. Get the stool out. Let's go.
Big John McCarthy, our referee tonight, here at the Long Beach Convention Center. We're in the Pacific Room, to be specific. Some people leave the S off anyways, the Pacific Room.
Round one was super close. Looking at scoring, damage was pretty similar, no knockdowns.
Nice exchange here, and this time it's Soto who's the aggressor. And I don't think Hickley was expecting that.
Now Soto switching stances. Back to his orthodox. Both guys showing that they have the ability to switch stances. Fight orthodox, southpaw. Keep mixing angles.
Hold, let go. Stop.
At the top of the hour, we go live on UFC Fight Pass. Make sure you check out a 7-day trial if you don't already have a subscription. Some great fights on that card, including Zachariah Zugari and Bailey Sugden. Anissa Mexton, the best female kickboxer ever, squares off against Ashley Nichols from Canada. And then in the main event, interim light heavyweight champion Pavel Zervalev takes on Myron Dennis of the United States.
Hickley with a nice low kick. I feel he needs to go there a little bit more often. Seems like it's his most effective landing strike.
Did you like it better for Hickley when he was moving forward instead of counter-punching and backing up?
Yeah, he did well when he was coming forward. And especially against a kicker in Soto, you got to stay close. You got to try to wear him out on the inside, use your inside boxing, your low kicks. Can't give Jermaine too much space.
Hold, let go of him, go. Fight the way up. Hold. Stop.
That knee was there. You could hear the corner asking for it.
Come over here, Alex. Out.
He got caught with a low blow. He'll get some time to shake that off.
5 minutes if he needs it. Most of the time, fighters don't take it.
Here it is again. If you want to see these types of things, right there. Ooh. Well, I'd say that was right on the belt line from that angle. What'd you see there?
It was hard to tell. You really couldn't see.
Turn around, Jermaine.
You never want to say it's low when it's not. One of the most experienced refs, probably the most experienced ref, John McCarthy.
McCarthy now an announcer as well, expanding his horizons.
Let go, let go. Fight your way through.
Host podcasts. Right hand right over the ear.
Very nice exchange. Hickley calling him on.
It's interesting that Soto almost waits for for Alex Hickley to start coming in and throws a knee instead of a kick.
There's that 360 spin kick that he's trying to do. Yeah, that's a traditional martial arts background, probably Taekwondo.
Sure looks pretty, although it rarely does any damage or lands.
But if you land it, you'll be on highlights everywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
Last round, gentlemen, last round.
Jab, go in. Jab up. Jab up with this fist. Okay, you move the right hand
Here we go, round 3. Alex Hickley and Germaine Soto. Hickley doing a lot of showboating, but hasn't really backed it up with much.
Yeah, he needs to push in this round. He needs to keep coming forward with that pressure, not giving Soto too much space. This is the fight he needs.
Could very well be a 1-1 fight right now. Soto seemed to do enough in round 2. Round 1, perhaps tilting to Hickley.
Yeah, very close first round. Second round, I'm giving to Soto, so both guys need to lay it out. Head and body work from Soto. Well done. Versus the high guard of Hickley.
More of a spinning attack from Soto.
For Hickley to shut that down, it's with pressure. If he sits and he waits, that's where Soto can kick him all day long.
The Alex Hickley we saw in round 1 has not reappeared in rounds 2 or so far in round 3. Come running right at you, getting inside, applying the pressure.
He's landing really good low kicks in the first round as well.
There's some of it.
Soto does have good knees too, so that could be slowing Hickley down from coming in.
Hickley again on the attack. This is more of what his corner wants to see. Again, at the top of the hour, we move over to UFC Fight Pass. Glory Super Fight Series, Los Angeles. Spinning back fist, but nobody's home. And knee.
Yeah, those knees are doing some good work against that pressure, and I think that's what's slowing Hickley down.
Left hand sneaks through from Hickley. There's a spinning back fist from Hickley.
Yeah, probably time to throw something he hasn't thrown if he's going to try to catch Soto.
Turned into a taekwondo exhibition at the end of rounds 2 and 3. But we're done. Who do you have winning this contest, Joe?
Well, I think I'm going to give it 2-1 for Soto, or it could be a 3-0. He could have swept it, but I definitely give the decision win to Germaine Soto.
Germaine Soto, who is 7-4 as a professional, but is 1-0 in Glory. He did fight at Glory 37, as Joe mentioned earlier, winning on that undercard. So Glory has been good to him so far, or so it would seem. Tim Hughes will collect the judges' scorecards. There are 5 judges here today, not just 3 as we normally see.
The scoring criteria for Glory, we're looking for knockdowns. There weren't any knockdowns. Then we're looking for damage inflicted, followed by clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques, followed by regular scoring strikes, and finally aggression.
Believe it or not, Alex Hickley said he had his first fight back in 1993. He's 32 years old, doing this for a long, long time. Tim Hughes has his abacus over in the corner trying to tabulate these scores from the 5 judges. He's making his way into the ring right now. Usually when it takes this long, Joe, there's a split decision.
Yeah, Tim Hughes wants to double check.
So here we go, into the ring, and Tim Hughes with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we again go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. They give us back a split decision. One judge scores at 30-27, Soto. Another judge, 29-28, Hickley. And the 3 remaining judges score at 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Germaine Soto!
Well, there you have it, Germaine Soto, now 8-4 overall, 2-0 when he's fighting on a Glory undercard.
Yeah, I like this spectacular offense. Showed some good boxing, some good knees, spectacular kicks at all levels, so well done, Germaine Soto.
Make sure you flip over to UFC Fight Pass at the top of the hour. It's Glory Super Fight Series LA. Pavel Zervalev, the Ukrainian crusher in our main event, facing off against American Myron Dennis. For Joseph Valtellini, I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you already with us tonight inside Long Beach Arena.